We're live, Danny.
Yo, what is up, my dude?
What's up, man? I'm excited for this. We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to play some games in the midst of that. I have a little bit of
Yes,
music playing in the
sir.
background. Before we begin, I think we're all set. I'm fairly new to this whole streaming thing, right? Yesterday was a little choppy, but this one's, I think, going to go pretty well. If you're in the chat and you're listening right now, how do we sound? How's the music in the background? Can you barely hear it, or is it like overwhelming? And then we're going to get into the topic today, which is basically everyone's talking about Halo Battle Royale, right? Like, is that going to be a thing? And Danny's going to explain a lot. By the way, Danny, or what do you want me to call you?
Yeah, Danny works.
All right, so he's going to explain a little bit about what he thinks. I'll share my own. It is speculation. However, I think there is a very strong probability that we will get something along the lines of just a massive BTB experience that doubles down on vehicle combat, which I think is why they've invested so much into vehicle physics in Halo Infinite. And yeah, we're just going to go from there. But let's just begin, because I think we're all set. Barely hear the music, but you sound fine. All right. Well, at least there's some music in the background. That's good.
I'm listening to on my thing here, and it does. I can't hear the music, but everything else looks good. It doesn't look
Perfect.
like there's any frame rate stuff.
All right. Awesome, man.
One minor thing, just so we're at the beginning. In the description, it still says Prime Didact. So.
Oh, does it? I'll change that after.
Yeah.
Guys, it's Danny GG, all right? I'll change that. It's because when people replay it, they'll see that. Alrighty, you got 6 people in here. We're going to play a little bit of H2A and then some Halo
Sweet.
3. Let's get
it.
into it. Alrighty, so we're going to play BTB because I think it's suitable for the conversation today. But tell me,
Of course.
it's been massive, man, when it comes to Battle Royale. People want it, obviously, but when you ask the community, it's literally a 50-50. Where do you stand on this?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So, I don't want to upset 50% of the community, but personally, I really like Battle Royale games. I wouldn't say they're my favorite genre. Like, nothing quite scratches the itch for me than like some super sweaty, like 4v4 arena style. But the past year or so, I've definitely got into Battle Royale a lot, specifically Apex Legends and Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people like it for the same reason, because every game is unique in its own way. Like, you get to choose where you drop into the map. It's all about player choice and giving the player freedom to do what they want. So every match is its own story. So you drop in, you go here, you fight with your squad, you die, you get down, you get brought back or something. Like, there's a lot of excitement in that respect, which usually you don't find in a typical 4v4. So I think that's why a lot of people like it, and that's why I like it. You can distinctly remember, like, oh my god, like a year ago I won this crazy Warzone game because like we were in the car or something, and we rigged it up with like a C4 or whatever. So I think Halo Infinite could definitely pull off a battle royale, and it's as good a time as ever to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do
I
I
think
think
so
they're going
too. I
to?
agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's not cashing in on a trend. It's just like, it's just a feature that could be there. But I don't think it's something to be upset about. My friend Custom Chief, he made a video today, and he ran a Twitter poll, sorry, and I think he had, I don't know, 500 people respond to it,
Nice.
and it was literally 50-50 down the line, battle royale, yes or no, which is crazy.
That's telling
So,
you something.
but I don't know. I think it can be done, and Halo has a perfect setting for it. But
Bro, I
stuff
just
in the
missed this
world.
guy, man. God, dude. That's one way to start a stream. But yeah, so I think that without a doubt, Infinite will have some sort of battle royale. I really do believe that. I think more than anything, though, it's just going to be like a 24-24, 50v50 type big team battle mode, you know? You agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, so I believe they've hinted at, some kind of next big game mode. Um,
Right.
whether it's a battle royale or BTB 3.0 or something, or Warzone 2.0. Uh, but they're gonna have something, and it's only a matter of time until we find out what it is, and that will be, their big game mode that every Halo game before has had. Um,
See,
and let's see. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when you look at Bungie, like the topic of today's video is just with these global battles, right? Where you have massive vehicles, you have a ton of players. Dude, we're getting demolished right now. Hold
I
on a
know
sec.
it's this
It's
gospel.
yeah, this Goss Hog. Hold on.
This one guy.
Oh, and then the Banshee's flying around too.
Yeah.
It's I've always seen this new game mode as being something along the lines of like a mix of invasion, classic BTB, and battle royale. So like battle royale elements mixed in with some, I don't know, some elements of like invasion, so it's objective based, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that is the case for what it's going to be. But I think since 343 is actually going back into the files and the history of Halo and looking at all the things that were never really brought into existence, like I feel like there's a lot of Halo 3 and Halo 2 and Halo Reach elements coming to Infinite that just were not able to come to fruition because of the engine back in the day.
Yeah.
I think Infinite's going to exaggerate on those things. And personally, I think for a BTB experience of that scale, Global Battle would be the thing to look back at, because it makes sense. It just makes sense. What's up, Legendary Master Chief? It'd be interesting if Halo put their own spin on the Battlefront game mode, Capital Supremacy. I don't know that one. Do you know that one?
Yeah, so I was actually going to bring up that point. So my name twin in the chat, Danny Doritos FC, so he's referencing Star Wars Battlefront Capital Supremacy. There's also a game mode called Galactic Assault, which sounds very similar to how you were describing Global Battle. So
Right.
basically, huge mode. I think in those modes there are also bots. You can correct me if I'm wrong, which I
Like
don't think
AI?
Halo Infinite will. Yeah, I don't think Halo Infinite will have to do that because of, modern gen stuff. But it's just a huge all-out warfare. There's vehicles. There's, literally every vehicle you could think of, because Halo Sandbox is ripe for that with,
It's
Scarabs
intense.
and
Yeah.
Pelicans, and you can get crazy with it. But I totally agree with him how they could do their own spin on that. And, if you think about it, Halo and Star Wars are similar in lots of ways like that, where there's just so much to pull from that, like, they could just make a game mode that has a little bit of everything, and feels big in scale.
Right.
So
See, didn't they say at one point, like way earlier last year, that the Forge could essentially create a battle royale? It's that powerful. Didn't they say something along those lines?
I don't recall them saying it, but
Or was that geared
maybe.
towards Halo 5?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was for Halo 5, but they probably said something along those lines, like, the Forge is going to be really good.
Oh, I think the Forge is going to be insane. There's a few hints that hint towards, personally for me, thinking that there's going to be a landscape editor of some sort. And it's simply the fact that BTB is a bigger focus than ever before. I think when it comes to Halo 5, they really focused on esports and the arena gameplay. But I think with Infinite, they're like, hey, what we're playing right here is great for casual players. Let's double down on that, and let's get these tens of millions of people free to play into this game, just playing nonstop, huge battles, massive ships, and imagine just playing BTB all day, these massive game modes where you had elements of like squad battles, like they are kind of like the squad in a battle royale for let's say Fortnite or Call of Duty. But I think it's going to have its own unique Halo spin on it, similar to just this. Just imagine instead of 2 teams, there's like 8 teams. Oh my God, 8 teams of 4 or more, and you're just on this massive landscape, bunch of spires everywhere. essentially taking areas from the campaign maybe to fight in.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't see that as a far stretch for some reason. Some people think I'm crazy for thinking that. I personally don't think so. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure. And what you said about like catering to casual players and how they kind of missed the mark on that with Halo 5, like that's so true. And from a business standpoint too, the casual players are what's gonna make the money. As bad as it sounds, all the 10-year-olds with their parents' credit cards who are gonna be buying all the skins and stuff.
Right.
And I like personally, I don't buy any of that stuff in free-to-play games, but like little cousins I have, or like distant family, like little kids who play, like that they buy all of it and they're like, oh, like look at the new skin I got or the new thing. And like that is a huge market now, and Fortnite has obviously proven that
to be
true.
the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, there was the tweet by Courage that came out. Everyone's talking about it. It's the reason why I'm doing these live streams with content creators. It's because, it's not going to be a huge failure, but it's going to be a massive misstep when it comes to business. I believe that, I think that there's so much to capitalize on. And if they don't, I don't see them as a company as big and as successful as they are to overlook that. I just don't see that. I see them as really getting. Oh well, I made my guy look weird in Halo 3. All right, never mind. But I really do see them basically saying, hey, here's a beautiful skybox, massive landscape where there's a winter environment, there's an alpine environment, there is a island environment like this. Drop wherever you like, or maybe it's something like Warzone where you just simply spawn on the map. You don't drop in per se,
Yeah.
If they're gonna do a BTB, you guys got to remember they're gonna try to differentiate themselves by essentially keeping it like arena gameplay, right? How that works, how people know Halo to be, keep it nostalgic and whatnot, but bringing in new elements, just like what we saw in the campaign so far. This game is just a mix of old and new, trying to find that perfect match, and so far I think they're doing a very good job. So, I think that a global battle is something that is almost like inevitable. I just don't think you're going to be able to drive scarabs and whatnot. That'd be kind of toxic.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of mentioned like a hybrid sort of, or maybe you didn't say hybrid, but you kind of alluded to it with like it's classic BTB style,
Yes.
like BTB 2.0, but it will have elements of a battle royale. So you said you play a lot of Warzone, and they had that mode recently called Rebirth Island. Have you tried that one at all?
I actually love that one because I die a lot. And
yeah, so that is almost kind of the hybrid I was thinking of, like not for Halo to copy that, but like Call of Duty with Warzone, they're trying a lot of different stuff and getting really creative, which is pretty cool. And Halo will hopefully do the same, but I think that's so cool because it is a battle royale where you have your squad, and when you all die, it's over. But as long as someone's still alive, you keep spawning in, which is a really neat idea. So it is really the hybrid of arena. You have spawns and everything, and I just got.
I'm like kind of pinned here. No, I got him. Never mind. And I think that's the perfect case for what it could be. I do believe that it's essentially just, hey, but there's going to be a competitive mode where essentially you die and you die,
Yeah, I think my game lagged out real quick. Are you still able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but it says you left.
Oh no, I think my internet skipped a beat for a second.
It's all good. We can still talk, man. But
yeah,
I think that that's the best case for it. If you're in the chat, let us know what you think. Is there going to be a BTB experience that's so massive, bigger than 16 players? Because by the way, at 16 players, I 100% believe is a thing of the past.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be creating a new engine and building a game to this scale in the campaign and have the multiplayer stay similar to what it was before. I'm expecting 24-24, 50v50. I'm expecting actually something on the same scale of like Call of Duty.
Battlefield or Call of Duty, yeah. Um, Also, one of my top game franchises I'm into is Battlefield, like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, definitely like in my top 10 favorite shooters.
Right.
And part of the reason is, although it wasn't Battle Royale, it was still just like spawn. It's huge map, ton of vehicles, but they're balanced to the point where, you know, there's not so many of them. There's maybe like 3 tanks per team or something.
Right.
But it was, what was Battlefield? 32v32, and that was running Xbox One, no problem, 60 FPS, all that. So if we could have 32v32 full destructible maps, Battlefield 4, Xbox One, now we're on Series X, we can easily have 50v50. And like you said, Call of Duty Warzone is doing it 150 players, Apex has 60 players, and Fortnite has like 100 or something. Like it's not a matter of the hardware anymore. I think it's gotten to that point. So
Yeah, I think it's gotten to that point too, and it's essentially just like, hey, how far can we imagine this thing going? And it's really just about technicalities now, where it's like, does it really fit Halo? You know? And personally, I think Halo has the best sandbox of all time for a battle royale.
100%. Yeah.
And I built a battle royale in Halo 5 with Hitbox Unknown. I was inspired initially by Unsorted Guy. The original map that I made in Halo 5's battle royale was actually built on the scripting that Unsorted Guy or Unsorted Gaming had made, and we just turned that thing into a completely unique and fun experience. And a lot of people went into that thinking, oh man, I'll never like a battle royale. I cannot believe I just missed that rocket. I would never go into this game liking a battle royale. It's horrible. It doesn't belong in Halo. And then we just kind of messed around, 16 people taking each other out, and before you knew it, people were like, hey, I actually am not opposed to this at all. I actually really like this. Which proves one thing. People are going to talk a lot when Infinite comes out. They're going to say all the negative things they could ever say. However, you got to let the game evolve, right? And I think with a community like Halo, where it's so fragile, people are going to maybe give it shit for like a month or two, but I really think they're going to come out swinging. They've put a lot of time and energy and effort into esports, as we can see. We haven't really heard much about that, but that is definitely a big focus of theirs. And I think that what we're going to get is a polished game at launch. I really do believe so. I don't think we would have a year ago, but I think we will now, since it's been delayed. And with that comes a very engaging big team battle experience. I don't know, maybe I'm repeating myself too much, but I just don't see it as... Hold on one second.
Yep.
Did I just lag out? Okay, almost did.
I think so. Yeah.
Almost did.
I think
Almost
we're good
did.
now.
Yeah. But so tell me, like, what vehicles do you think would be a part of a big team battle experience like this? I think people are interested in that, because now we have the Banished, right? So what do you think would be introduced? What would kind of fit the sandbox? I don't know if you ever played Halo Wars 2 or not, but
Yeah. I played a little bit of Halo Wars 2, but I definitely have more experience in Halo Wars 1. But like I said, I think it would definitely draw inspiration from Battlefield, and there would definitely have to be some adjustments made to some of the vehicles to balance it out in a 50v50 scenario. So like in Battlefield, for example, when there's a tank, there's a lot of bullet drop and travel time, while like a Halo Scorpion, that thing is like almost like a laser. Like you shoot a Banshee out of the sky, pretty much no problem. Or the Gauss Hog would probably need a nerf too, and that thing's always just been broken. But something like that, like in that situation, you just need to tailor things back, which I think is one of the reasons why people are against Battle Royale, because they're like, oh, you're changing a core game mechanic to fit this mode rather than, it just naturally working. But that's just kind of the dance of game design and making it fun, because otherwise, guy in the Scorpion is going to get 50 kills and like that's no fun.
Right, right.
But
And
as far as Banished, yeah, go ahead.
No, go on.
As far as Banished, there's that one. I think it's the Blisterback. Let me look it up. Is that? I think it's like the
Blisterback. Yeah, that's one of the vehicles.
It's like an anti-air tank type thing. Yeah. So it has the back hatch that opens up and has a bunch of rockets, and it's kind of like a spider tank, but then it's anti-air, which is really cool. And I know Halo fans have always loved like anti-air Wraith, and there really hasn't been many vehicles in that kind of category. And in Halo Wars 2, or Halo Wars in general, they have like the triangle, like air beats infantry, infantry beats ground vehicles, or no, it's the other way around. Air vehicles beat ground vehicles beat infantry, infantry beats air. Like they have kind of triangle weaknesses. So I feel like they kind of took that philosophy for multiplayer too, and then there are counters that are the opposite way of the triangle. So there's like heavy ground infantry, like rocket marines and flame troopers and stuff destroy vehicles, and then anti-air vehicles destroy air vehicles. So it kind of goes on, but I think they can really do that.
I just hit that guy in the back with a grenade, literally. Yeah, okay. I see that. There is a balance in Halo that is unique, to every other game. And that's why I think people are just so passionate and can get so angry so quickly, when things are added that are new. And I think Infinite's going to push the boundaries in a lot of ways. I think the sandbox is probably going to be one of the best sandboxes we've ever gotten in a Halo game. That sounds very bold, but there is definitely a reason for me saying that. Just kind of look at what we've seen already. But let me read some comments. It'll definitely be significantly bigger than 16 players. Someone says you will have to pay $9.99 for BTB DLC. No, I doubt that. Bullet drop doesn't feel right in a Halo game. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just read that comment. I was thinking about it. I think what he might be saying, if he's not shitposting, is like there has been some inconsistency, especially like I've noticed playing MCC a lot recently. Is like, I know it's hard because you're jumping between 5 different games, but you play Halo 3 and sometimes it's like, why isn't my BR hitting that guy? Because in Halo 3 you have to lead your shots, but now you're playing Halo 2 Anniversary and it's hit scan. So maybe he could be referencing that, like it feels inconsistent, which I could totally see. So I think I like projectile better, or like fast projectiles where you do have to lead past a certain range, whatever 50 meters it is. Because I do agree Halo 3 sometimes can feel a little whack. I wouldn't say it's bullet drop. I would say it's bullet travel time.
Right. Okay, I agree with that. I personally think that the gameplay when it comes to Halo Infinite will be a mix between Halo 3 and Halo 5. I think it's the best way to be able to describe it. I think that is literally the best way to describe it. Yep, I think so.
Yeah, Halo 5 is like 1000% crisp. Like it's so crisp that it makes everything sweaty because the Magnum is a laser, and it's crazy. And then Halo 3 is to the point where some people are like, why are my shots not hitting? Like, what's going on? So like you said, right in the middle of Halo 5 and Halo 3, that's the golden region,
right?
Where it's going to be like a polished game. Like I think Apex Legends has their gun play and like velocity and everything like tuned really well. Like guns feel unique, but like also have strengths and weaknesses at ranges and up close and everything.
Right. So I think when it comes to Halo Infinite gameplay, we saw the clamber return, we saw slide return. There's obviously now you have equipment, right? So that kind of just proves, hey, we've taken the best of Halo 5, taken the best of Halo 3, taking the best of Halo CE for the environment and the overall feel of the game. We took the best from Reach when it comes to customization, the overall look of your character and the game and the grunginess. And they're putting all these things together and saying, ta-da! And honestly, I love it. I think it's great. So, having a mix between Halo 3 and Halo 5 would be perfect. Whether it has the things we just talked about with bullet drop and whatnot, I don't know. But I'm just hoping that whatever we get, it feels like you're actually firing a weapon. It feels like there's some type of weight to it. It's not flimsy. For some reason, I felt like Halo 5 kind of felt like that for some reason. Oh wait, crap. I didn't get you back in here, did I?
It's all good. Yeah, mine, I just restarted my game because it kind of wigged out on me, but
I'm like playing as if you're still in here.
it's good. I was like half playing because trying to think and shoot people at the same time.
Yeah, it's not really the easiest thing we're doing here, but
but I really like what you said about how they are taking like the best of the environment from CE, the best of the vibe, I guess, from Halo 3 and aim from 5, Reach customization. Like, that's a really good point, and I don't think I've ever actually heard anyone say it, like, put it that way before. But it's so true. Like, they've been extremely receptive of feedback over the past 6 years. Oh god, it's been so long.
Yeah, no, I know, I feel like an old man, trust me.
Yeah. But you said you've talked to people from 343 and they've talked to the community a lot, and I think they really are, just like you said, taking the best parts from every game and trying to make it into something special.
They really are. Yeah,
which is cool.
So someone said I would love campaign enemies in Forge mode. Now this is really cool because imagine, I mean, me as a forger, and it's not just like traditional forgers, anyone, dude. You'd be able to go in there, create a cool environment, or honestly just a bunch of fusion barrels. Did that guy just? All right, bunch of fusion or whatever. You just either take it seriously or not is what I'm basically saying, and you play some elites and grunts and jackals and brutes. You can have a custom campaign. Easy.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, so I actually love the idea of that, and I think that actually would be a thing. Someone called me Old Man Forges. Thanks, dude. Oh, God, I'm not that old. Please. I'm going to have fun with this mongoose right here. All right, so what do you think of that? Custom campaigns, AI, what do you want to see in Forge?
I mean, 1000%. That's something people have been asking for since Forge was added in Halo 3. It's like, why can't I put an elite here and script him to, like, run 10 steps and, like, dance around or something? But, like, yeah, that would just, every little bit that they add, like, I would say, like, every 1% more that they add, it gives the community an extra 100% more content. When it's something like that relating to Forge or custom games, like, one extra dial in custom games, like, it just adds exponentially more. So that would literally, it'd be
replayability and all of that,
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think they would do that because there's just so much other stuff that they probably have going on. But you never know. I mean, I'm sure they have a separate team for Forge, and they've probably been working on it for 6 years on their own, and maybe 3 years in development. They said, you know what, we got time. Let's add forgeable AI for the shits or whatever. So,
yeah, I mean, it would be game changing. It really would. And Forge is going to be the thing. I spoke to a few people before. They were like, nah, dude, Forge is on the back burner. And I was like, I think you're so wrong. Because if you think about what makes a game and keeps a game relevant for years, it's community creation. It's encouraging the community to thrive in creating their own universes and maps and experiences. Like, that's quite literally the only thing that can keep a game alive for that long. It's something that actually Bungie does not have with Destiny, which is why they always had to put out DLCs and all this stuff. And people feel as if they're not really getting the content that they feel like they deserved a little bit. But with Infinite, I know me for certain, dude, if they don't have a battle royale and I get a landscape editor, We're gonna create a battle royale like off the jump, and it's gonna be well played. It's gonna be well made. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
No, I agree with you. I don't think Forge is on the back burner at all. Like you said, like if they make a good Forge, that is enough. That, like you said, revives the game for 5 to 10 years instead of them having to have a dedicated team to making seasonal content and whatever. Even though they'll probably have that too, but if you look to the other big shooters right now, you have like Valorant and Fortnite, Warzone, Apex, everything. None of them have any sort of Forge. I don't even think they have custom
Fortnite
games.
does. Fortnite has like a
Fortnite
creator
has
mode.
Forge. Really?
Like a creator mode. Yeah, it's not as intuitive personally,
Okay.
I don't think as Halo, but go on, sorry.
I haven't played much Fortnite, but
Me neither.
yeah. But like, I hop on the MCC or Halo 5 or whatever, and like people are still making new custom games. And after 14 years of playing Halo 3, I'll still play a new custom game that I've never seen. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it just adds so much life to it, like you said. But Halo specifically, since Halo 3, the Forge has set them apart. Like, I remember having the argument in middle school, like with my friends. Like, I was the Halo kid, and everyone was like, "Oh, let's play COD 4, let's play Modern Warfare, whatever, blah blah." And I'm like, okay, like yeah, like those games are fun and couch co-op and everything. But like, I would always hop into Forge. We'd always have custom games playing. We had like Ice Cream Man and Fat Kid and zombies and everything, and it was just that's what gave it an edge. Because as like a 10, 12-year-old kid, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna relive the amazing story for the 100th time, or it wasn't the best in multiplayer. It was like the longevity was in the custom games at Forge.
Yep.
And
A custom browser.
And that's what is going to carry it through for the 10-year plan that they have. So I think you nailed it with that.
Yeah, I definitely don't see that as not being a thing. We got 32 people in the chat. Sorry, guys, I'm like absolutely sucking at gameplay right now. But mind you, I'm trying to think and play at the same time. However, let's read a few comments. Actually, could you read a few? Let's see which one stands out to you.
Last we had bullet drop doesn't feel right. Connor said, from my point, I'd love to see more emphasis on the Halo Wars triangle in a main Halo game. Yeah, so he liked what I said about the vehicles, and that's a huge part of the strategy in Halo Wars. Legendary Master Chief said, I don't think they really need to apply bullet drop in Halo Infinite because it's 2552. Okay, I could see that, but also it's like, if it's 2552, why aren't they using like laser guns and stuff? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but that's a good point. Danny Doritos FC. I mean, Halo, in my opinion, is based more on fiction than reality. I don't really get the point of adding bullet drop unless they wanted to add other factors like wind, humidity, and Coriolis effect. All right, that's too complex.
But yeah, dude, this Infinite's gonna be a game of simplicity. That's what made Halo great, dude. Halo is literally the quote, "Simplicity is brilliant." I mean, or simplicity is brilliant, or something like that. It's the bottom line of what makes Halo Halo. I want to see the FOV slider in MCC on console. If Cold War had it, why can't Halo? I think that's coming, isn't it?
They have it on Series X. So I was lucky to get a Series X pre-order. So there is on there. So if you're still on Xbox One platform, they might not be on there yet.
Well, I think they're adding it to MCC. That's what I heard.
Yeah. It's in the flighting, I think.
Right. Which is going to be good. But let's see. What other questions we got? Let's see some from
Connor again
up top.
Says, if Forge took the step into being a full-on level maker, I think it would add so much to the community. Yes, for sure, Connor. That's so true.
A lot of future employees of 343 would come from that. Honestly, straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, the people in this community are insane. And I've played with a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Very, very talented people. So
He
yeah,
says
I
I'm
don't
on
disagree.
Xbox One X. Yeah, so you'll have to wait probably for the next MCC patch or MCC season for the FOV slider. Yeah, so it's just something that they're working on, but better late than never, right?
I mean, yeah, that's what I say. Um, let's read another one. I see Legendary Master Chief said, "Very wise, my man." Someone says, "I'm really looking forward to what they do with Forge and Infinite and see how they build on it." It would be nice to see playable elites again. I talked about this with Prime Didact yesterday. If you notice from the gameplay demo, no one's talked about this. No one's talked about this, and I will happily talk about this in a video sometime. But maybe I'm reaching. But one of the big things with elites was the fact that it was the hitboxes, right? That's why they kind of took them out. At least that's what I heard. It's just the hitboxes were a little too big or different or whatever the case may be. When you look at the elites in Infinite, they seem around the same size as an actual Spartan. By the way, you could join me again if you'd like.
Oh yeah, let me hop.
They seem scaled to the same size, built systematically and designed like that. I would not be surprised if playable elites come back. I think that's one of the main things that made Halo so unique and fun, right? And a lot of people want it.
Yeah.
I vote yes for that. I think they would.
I also vote yes for it. And the only I guess argument that would be against it was before competitive gameplay to turn them off, but that's such an easy fix. But like, BTB, who cares if there's elites running around? Even if their hitboxes are 10% larger, like that's a choice you can make to like look cool and be an alien. Like,
right? Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
but-
Let's play some Reach. Hold on.
Oh, sweet. An Invasion. Personally, I love Invasion. I know it's not everyone's favorite game type, but part of the, I guess, strategy with Invasion was, yeah, elites were bigger, but they also had automatically regenerating health, and they had evade, so they were like much more nimble and everything.
Right.
So, kind of a trade-off there. So, but they were physically bigger. Like I think their hitboxes, they were literally a head taller than the Spartans in Reach.
I mean, look at the background image here. That's essentially what it is, right? In Reach.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying though with Infinite, right? You saw that in the demo.
Yeah, that one where you like beat him down in that little
Like smacked him in the
thing.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, he was thinned down. It was more of a
Classic look.
very classic. Yeah.
But that's why I'm thinking that this becomes a thing. I think playable elites will be a thing. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, leave a like, please. I appreciate that. And if you're new to who I am, I'm a forger. I build primarily in MCC and Halo 5, which I guess is every game. but the thing is, yeah, if you're interested in Forge content, make sure to subscribe if you feel like we're providing you value. I have Danny GG on here. If you want to plug your socials, make sure you do so right now.
Sure. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Danny GG, and Infinite Forges had me on, which is super nice of him. Oh man, I hear some raging in the game chat here. But yeah, make sure to check out my channel if you want. I think he's gonna add it to the description below after, but it's just
Yes, of course.
if you just search up Danny GG Halo on YouTube, you should find a bunch of videos and got all sorts of Halo stuff for you guys. So make sure to check it out, and I would super appreciate it. I am less than 20 subscribers.
Yeah, guys, come on, listen, please, get him to 1,000 subs, please. All right, he's only 20 something away. I think you're at like 981 or something like that.
Yeah,
I think is what you're at. So we got 31 of you in here. If you could tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your dog, just go subscribe to this guy, and he delivers great content. So he would definitely appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, back to the snipers game. I'm getting wrecked here, man.
Yeah, dude.
I just spawned right in front of someone and got domed instantly.
Yeah. Well, I never promised you guys I was the best Halo player, but I am an entertaining streamer, I believe, with the conversations that we're having. So deal with that. No, but Oh god, he just ran around the corner
I
here.
saw the video with um Arash and like Hugh Moran and Kevin you did the other day, and I
Yeah.
think you got like one kill, and I'm like, and they're like, Infinite man on your own map, and I was like, oh no,
Dude, it
I feel
happens.
bad.
It happens. It happens all the time. And honestly, I own up to it. It's all good. I personally don't care. If I wasn't streaming, I usually get like 20 something kills in Halo 3. I feel pretty proud of myself. But
It's always when someone's watching, you know.
yeah, guys, you're making me nervous. All right, so hold on. Let's read a few more comments here. He says laughs in Xbox One S.
Oof.
Oh, snapshot.
Danny says, I wish Invasion returned with larger teams. Yes, sir. Me too. Me and Danny got the name connection and the Invasion connection, bro.
And the mentality, yeah.
I don't know why I remember playing the Halo Reach beta and I thought that was the coolest thing. Just like Spartans versus Elites, you know, you move up in the map and progressively, you know, opens up more parts of the map.
Yeah, I think that could definitely be a thing. I've talked about that for.
I just got a collateral headshot and then a triple kill.
Oh, nice, nice. I wish they could see that on stream. But the thing is, I've been saying that for a while. I think that this BTB, there's gonna be a big mode in Infinite. I think it's gonna have certain elements of Battle Royale, right? The ones that everyone knows and loves, but it's going to have objectives like Invasion, and it's going to have gameplay like a BTB. That's what I think we're going to see. I may be very wrong, but it just makes sense to me. It's kind of like trolling this guy here. Oh, I got him, actually. I think you shot him right before I killed him. But what's up, Arash? How are you, man? Did you guys talk about the only the hottest of drops tweet? Who?
Only the hottest of drops? I'm not familiar.
I don't know that one.
Please educate.
All right, but let's what's something you want to read out here? What's a comment you see that sticks out to you?
Oh, I died. All right, I'm checking the comments now while I'm dead.
I see one from Crimson.
Oh, Custom Chief Pog. What's up, Pog, brother? Do you think the maps in Infinite will be really competitive focused like Halo 5 or more game flow oriented like Halo 3? Interesting. I hope they have a mix of
That's
maps,
a good question.
honestly, but that's a question for you, Mr. Map Man.
So read that one again.
Do you think the maps in Infinite will be more competitive focused like in Halo 5 or more game flow oriented like Halo 3? Which maybe he means more of like a natural landscape, because like Halo 5 feels very manufactured to be symmetrical and all that.
Yeah, a lot of it felt very... See, the thing that I love about Halo is how nature and completely alien forerunners just... Oh, double kill. Let's go. I wanted to see if I could scope a triple or an overkill, and I couldn't. I think that what we're going to see is kind of like how I was talking about before, like the mix of Halo 3 and even Reach, right, in Halo 5, where there's going to be a focus on clamber points. There's going to be a focus on a lot of the things that we saw made Halo 5 an esports game, right? And I think that's just going to be mixed in with just more... One thing I'd love to see actually in maps is the natural, like, classic Forerunner design, right? And using those in a way where you could clamber and strafe and whatnot from side to... What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that I don't have any idea how the actual layout's going to be, but I know that the gameplay is going to support... Like, the actual layout's going to support Halo 5, I believe, right? But when it comes to the actual equipment and the way that the guns work and all of that, I think that's going to be more geared towards Halo 3. I think level design will be like Halo 5, because Halo 5's elements are coming over to Infinite, right? From what we've seen in the campaign.
Yeah.
But I think that the aesthetics and I think that the overall, like, gunplay and the experience while playing the map will feel more like Halo 3 and will operate more like Halo 3. Does that make sense?
I got you. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense or not.
There's something about Halo 3 in general, whether you're campaign multiplayer.
It's very
it
unique.
has this vibe, like everything feels like organic in a way, like you mentioned. Like it's not necessarily nature. It could even be a Forerunner thing that has like this weird life to it. Like if you just go load up a Halo 3 custom game alone and just walk around a map, it doesn't feel like you're alone. It feels like it has this vibe that is like intangible that no other game has ever gotten right. I don't know if that's just me and I'm being weird, but
did I just crash? I think my Halo
no.
just crashed.
Let's
I'm
see.
on a black screen right now. Crap, hold on. You guys are about to see Chief's face real quick while I load this thing back up again. By the way, that is Fletch's. What is it? I think that's his art piece. I don't know where he made it from, but yeah, that's his art piece. Alrighty, what were we talking about? Let's see. I gotta reset this thing real quick. Yeah, but I think the vibe of the map will be more like Halo 3, but the overall layout is going to be more like Halo 5, personally.
I got you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Clamber and sprint, so the maps will be designed around those.
Right, exactly. It's because those are. It's just, hey, how can we mix the best of both worlds, right? So
Yeah.
let's get back to. Let's read one or two more comments here. I'm gonna invite you back real quick. Or actually, just join me back.
Let me dip this one.
Yeah.
This one's lagging.
But
It's a bad sticker.
let's see. Move that over a little bit, and I think we're good. Okay. All right. So let me know when you're in. Okay, you're in. We're in reach.
This is a really good question that I like. Legendary Master Chief says, for Infinite, 2 separate Forge control sets for simplicity and complexity, or an intuitive system that allows beginner players to learn to do complex stuff. So maybe like tutorials. So I didn't make a video about this, but I had a video called 7 Things Halo Infinite Needs to Get Right or something like that.
Right.
And it was like 6 months ago. But this was, I think, my like 5th or 6th point. And I said like Forge in Halo 5, totally awesome. But as a casual forger, it was a huge turnoff. And I had some pictures of like the UI and stuff. And there's so many commands, so many buttons. And it's like, there needs to be an easy mode to just, here's your move and pick up and rotate. And like the rest, you can have a complex mode and a simple mode, just like you said, which I think they'll do. So how do you feel about that as a pro forger? I know for you, everything's easy mode now.
No, not at all. But the thing is, what I think is, here, I'm just looking around real quick because we got banned from matchmaking. It's wonderful.
Just hop into forging.
Yeah, we literally could just do Forge. Hold on a second. Temporarily banned. All right, we're banned for a second. Let's just talk. So, repeat what you said the last time again.
Simple and complex UI mode for Forge.
Oh yeah, I think that Forge is going to double down on what Halo 5 presented. It's going to be more and more and more like an actual level editor. It's not going to go back to the classics. I know a lot of people are asking for that. A lot of people are interested in that, but Forge is personally going to, I think it might have an introduction, right? Which would be great, would make sense. But kind of like hey, here's how you build a room or build a wall or build an environment, like those types of things I think are necessary. But stepping back to go more like the simplicity of the UI like Halo Reach, I don't think it's going to happen. I think in this Forge, you're going to have a landscape editor. I think you might have AI, placeable water, placeable, it's, I said AI and water and like lava and like whatever else, but all these tools are going to be really hyper-focused on creating very immersive environments that feel like dev maps, but that are still obviously Forge maps, right? I don't think it's going to go back. I think it's going to go full force into how big can you build the environments? How in depth can you build the environments? But it's also going to focus on arena and whatnot. It's going to have the simple blocks. But I think when it comes to the actual environments and whatnot, since Halo Infinite seems to be going more towards the route of vehicle combat and whatnot, I think for that reason, Forge is going to be massive in the sense of immersion, right? So for a new player that's coming into Forge, how would that fit in with them? Although Forge is meant for casual and experienced, I think it's going to lean more towards experience because the casual enjoys it to an extent, but has no real intention to going full force, you know? So from their mindset, I would believe they would say, hey, let's give them everything that they need to create some really cool stuff, but not focus on limiting the tools, but just streamlining the AI. I feel like that was the biggest thing with Halo 5. People just didn't like the AI, not the AI, the UI. They thought it looked a little too complicated. Mm-hmm. I think that once you take an hour or two to learn it, you know, it's pretty simple. Once you spend a day kind of messing with it and you just are repetitive and consistent, you'll learn it. But it's some people just don't have that time or that interest. And I don't know. I think there will be, this is very long-winded, but I guess what I'm trying to say is there's going to be an introduction phase to it, I believe, 100%, where it's like, hey, here's how you build simplistic objects in rooms and doors and whatnot, place trees, whatever. I think on the left or the right-hand corner, there's actually going to be a list of button layouts and whatnot that basically say, hey, here's how you place something, here's how you grab something. But the overall like actual editor itself, I think it's gonna like go through the roof. I think there's gonna be customizable skyboxes, be able to move the sun. You could do nighttime, you could do dusk, you could do noon, you could, you know, all types of stuff. I think it's gonna be that in depth. So does that make sense? That was very long-winded. Holy crap.
I got you. TLDR, no simple noob mode. It's just gonna get more advanced.
Yeah, it will, but they have to balance it though. I mean, when you have all these brand new players coming in to enjoy the game, you know, they're gonna want to cater them too. But we're talking like a 80-20, you know?
I got you.
80 for the experience, 20 for the casual, and that's only a benefit to them. You know, the more tools they give the community, the more assets they have to put into their matchmaking, you know? So they have every reason to add as much as they can to this Forge. Honestly, they really do.
Yeah. Yes.
So let's see. I spent 10 minutes looking for a vehicle in Halo 5 Forge. I don't really think it was too user friendly. It wasn't. However,
well, part of that,
yeah,
you got like 40 different skins of Warthog that were all, you know, separate line items. You know, got Tundra Warthog, Woodland Warthog, Rally, like a million. So that's part why you're just scrolling through the menu for
the way that was laid out is not smart, in my personal opinion. Like, it's sure. Instead of scrolling through every single one, you should have just had like a what is it? Like a, I don't know how to describe this, but instead of scrolling down, you just scroll to the side, where basically it says, hey, you're on Warthogs, and then let's just transition the Warthogs. And instead of having to scroll down a huge list, you could just select Tundra or, you know, a citizen hog or a civilian hog or desert or whatever. You know, like it's more like, I don't know what you call that. Never mind. But you're not, it's essentially taking the scroll off. I think that's one thing that makes it look a lot less cluttered and would not make people as frustrated off the bat. It's like, dude, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. Why is there like 50 vehicles on the screen? I just want to pick one. So I get that. I 100% get that. But a lot of the rotation snaps and magnets and all that stuff is a big deal as well. Michael Score is the lead designer for Forge, so from what I've heard, he's, you know, very talented, obviously, and I have full faith that he's going to create something that is going to be something truly special. Really, honestly, I think it's so too. I think it's going to be easy for people to understand. All right, Damn, I hope. And if not, I'm gonna create a bunch of tutorials for you guys. So make sure you subscribe. But yeah. So dude, talk a little bit about yourself. We're coming towards the end of the stream, but I want people to know kind of what you're about. Why do you do what you do? What do you do? And how could they get some value out of your content in the future?
Yeah. So I've been making YouTube videos for about the past 7-8 months, and primarily focused on Halo. So a little bit of like Xbox content, just in general, because that is my main platform, and also Apex Legends recently, if you're into that, because Titanfall is definitely one of my top games. But I would say at least 50%, 50-60% Halo, and I really like to go more into some analytical stuff. So stuff like this, like we had a great conversation tonight about Forge and potential battle royale and big team battle 2.0, and so I'll have some discussion type, and then some more scripted with more like visual presentation of something in Halo. So like I mentioned, I did like 7 things that need to return in Halo Infinite, and that had a lot of content in there, just things to get you thinking and get you hyped up for the game. But once the game comes out, definitely plan on doing more gameplay content, custom games, like custom game features, custom game nights.
Mm-hmm.
And once the game's out, we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I've been a Halo player since I think I was like 5 years old or something. I don't know if I should have been playing it while I was that young, but I had friends in my neighborhood who were like teenage boys at the time, and I would hang out with them because they were the neighborhood boys, and they'd be like, "Hey, have you played Halo 2?" And I'd be like, "No," or I guess,
what's wrong with you?
yeah, what's wrong with you, bro? And I'm like, what? And then at that moment, I was like, man, I got to get an Xbox. So a couple years later, got it when Halo 3 came out.
Yeah.
And then I was a screecher in the game chat ever since. So,
well, you don't sound like a squeaker anymore. But so that's awesome, guys. Listen, I have the wrong username actually in the bio at the moment because we kind of talked before this and I didn't get a chance to change it. However, to find him, it's Danny GG, or just type in, honestly, you just type in Gamer Gains, right? Gamer Gains Halo, and you'll be able to find him. So I'll also have it in the bio shortly after the stream ends. So make sure you do subscribe to him. He's 20 subs away. Get him to 1,000. What are you waiting for? We'll play a couple more games here. Let's do a BTB.
Oh, I left the game.
Oh no, you left it. Oh, you thought it was over? Okay, no, we're doing one more. You're stuck with me for one more. Let's see.
I gotta bring back. Okay, that one server that like crapped out. I was getting like 2 frames a second. It was just busted. But
we're gonna play one more just to round this entire thing out. Yeah, but let's end it with talking about the about what you actually think will happen with the streaming community and just when Infinite drops, right? Like when we first play Infinite, what do you think is going to actually happen? How is that day going to play out? Like, are you just not going to leave your room for a week? Like, what's
for sure. For sure. I'm gonna do the world's longest stream, like 12 days straight or something. No, I'm not a big streamer. I've only been getting into it recently, but
right.
For me, yeah, I mean, definitely taking a day or 2 off work for that if the day will ever come. But
oh my God, can you imagine it gets delayed again? Be like, no.
Oh my God, it just seems like a fantasy at this point. Like, we're just talking about it 24/7 every day. But yeah, definitely, I got to jump into the campaign at first because I hate having things spoiled for me. So first step, campaign speed run, maybe play through half of it. Actually,
you're gonna speed run it?
Not speed. Well, I gotta get through the story, like not
right.
speed run, but a quick jog through it, like
a quick jog. Yeah, I gotcha.
And gotta get through it. So what I did with Halo Reach, actually, I was in like 7th grade or something. I skipped school. I asked my parents permission to skip school, which was really cool. They let me do it. Went to the midnight release. I played probably the first like 6 hours of the campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like passed out, like took a nap on the couch. Then I woke up. I played like 4 games of multiplayer invasion and like big team battle, and then I went and finished the campaign and like cried for like an hour.
Dude, it
It was
was crazy. It was
yeah, bro.
crazy.
It was devastating to a kid. So,
Oh,
but yeah, probably planning to do the same thing. Hopefully, no crying or anything.
oh man. Well,
Uh,
I think there's going to be
but
a lot of emotion in this game, to be honest with you.
for sure, man.
Let's. So Mari says that I will become the new Forge epidemic when Infinite comes out. Do you know about that
Yeah,
one?
man. Yeah, that was a guy. It was a YouTube channel back in Halo 3. No,
I
not
think it was
Halo.
Halo
Halo
Reach,
3.
right?
Halo Reach, Halo 4. Also, like Forge Labs. Like he doesn't even do Halo much anymore, but he started on that. Why his name is Forge Labs, but now I think he's like a Fortnite guy or something. But
You need to
um,
just stick with the
you
name.
know, yeah, he stuck with the name because he knew he's coming back. So when someone types Halo Infinite Forge, his name's gonna pop up,
Yeah.
even though your name is Infinite Forge.
Well, the thing is
So,
that it's because he is a larger audience, but the thing is, having Infinite Forges as my name, I think is going to niche me
oh, bro,
down pretty hard to Halo
you
Infinite.
galaxy brained it, man. A year and a half before the game came out, and your name is Infinite Forge. So they type Halo Infinite Forge, and you're gonna come up every time. So,
Well, the larger that I get, yeah, it's definitely it was a move, but that's why I appreciate all of you guys subscribing. If you feel like honestly, we're just chill dudes that love Halo. Just I like building cool stuff and giving you guys a cool experience. So I mean, if you see any value in that at all, hit that sub button. And the one thing I never like is when YouTubers are like, hey guys, and they're like almost spammy with telling you to subscribe like every 3 minutes. Like it just do your thing, man. If you feel like there's value, subscribe. If not, it's all good. Like
yeah.
it's just one of those things where I want to earn the sub. I want to earn the sub. I don't want to force it or nothing. But it's gonna be fun, man. I really do feel like when Infinite comes out, this channel will do well. It's because it's just the amount of collaborations that I'll be able to do with new content creators. It's going to be so much fun. Map showcases, a bunch of game nights, all that stuff will be happening. And when it comes to these live streams, that we're doing right now, we're gonna have a ton of these. I'm gonna have a bunch of creators on here. Fletch, I think, is coming on tomorrow. If you guys know who Ultimate Halo is, he might be on here. So we just got to figure out the time, but so far it's looking like it will happen, which is pretty exciting. I try to get some other big creators in here because the topic is massive, man. Having a game mode like imagine you're on a massive map, right? Ooh, I'm sorry, fellas, you both just died there. Imagine you're on a massive map, but then you're in a building like this, right? Or like a cliffside like this. I just feel like Halo has such a unique environment to it that having a big team battle experience along those lines, it'll be just really beautiful. And in itself, that'll be what's unique compared to a COD, compared to an Apex.
Yeah.
He says, but remember, guys, subscribe. Yes, of course, subscribe. But I'm not gonna push you to do it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Not gonna push you to do it, but make sure to do it, please.
But yeah, please do it. Please do it.
Yeah, there's definitely a balance with that kind of stuff.
Oh God, yeah, man. I like one thing. I don't know if you do this or not, but no hate to anyone that does. But when I get in on a video, right, when I start watching a video, I like to watch the video before being told to subscribe. You know what I mean? Like at the end type thing is what I usually do. Because it's like if you see the value at the end, then you ask. But yeah, I think this was a good conversation. In the chat, let us know, what did you think? Do you agree with Infinite having a BTB experience that's large scale like a battle royale? Or do you think it's going to be a mix of like invasion? Because personally, that's what I think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be invasion, a little bit of battle royale elements in it, but overall just sticking to the core mechanics of what makes BTB for Halo, but with like maybe 100 players, you know?
Yeah, I think they could definitely get creative, like Call of Duty, like we talked about Rebirth Island,
Right.
where it's like it's like a BTB vibe, but as long as you have someone alive, you keep respawning. But once everyone gets squad wiped, it whittles down, and it's battle royale in nature. But my friend Carson Music is in the chat, and he said, "Say hi to me on stream." So hello, Carson Music. What's up, bro?
What's up, Carson? Let's see. I think that what up, gamers? It's like, yeah, man. This was a fun stream. If you guys get any
bro,
final
really
questions,
I
yeah.
appreciate you having me.
No, it was a blast, man. This Splazer Rockets game mode is kind of nuts. What were you gonna say?
Cancer. Oh, I think we glossed over it, but I saw someone. It might have been Maori or someone in the chat said you should do a series where you review other people's maps. I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, you probably have enough on your plate now with everything, but as an idea, you know, you could do like send me your maps, and then you could like rate them and shit on people if you want. I know that's not probably your style.
No, I think more than anything for me, it's I'm not really the best at layout, but I'm very good at aesthetics, right?
Aesthetic, yeah.
But I maybe would do some, maybe I'll do some like contests or something when Infinite comes out that has to do with like building aesthetics,
like a map feature contest. I think
something along those lines.
Like Forge Hub, I think they do that.
Yeah.
Like,
They
weekly, monthly.
They do stuff like that all the time, and they have a great audience for that. They really do, and we share the same audience. So like, let's see if that kills him. Did that kill him? I threw a mine. I think that killed him. But let's see. All right, I'll see you next time. Your channel is severely underrated. I really appreciate that. Also, well, I don't appreciate that, but I do appreciate you saying that. Let's see. Also, what is your favorite Halo mode? I think that said mod. Sorry. Other than Forge, theater mode. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. I think my favorite mode would be just matchmaking, man. Honestly, like, right? What's? I mean, it's literally that. It's just matchmaking. Like literally, yeah. What else we got in here? How many players is it? How many players is what? Do you know what that was in relation to?
Nope, not sure with the context on that.
He goes, guys, Infinite appreciates it. Is this guy like my spokesman? Like, what's going on?
The legendary Master Chief, he pops
dude,
up
he's on every single video. Man. Every video.
He's the boy.
This guy,
he, she, whatever you identify, you are that boy.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's like you should be on salary. You literally comment 1,000 times on everyone's videos. I love it, man. I actually haven't gone one video without seeing him, as of late.
I am everywhere. He says. Oh my god.
I am everywhere. What is this guy, like Big Brother? Like, what's going on? Oh, dude, did you see that on stream? This guy lasered my rocket. Like.
Oh, let me watch. I got the stream up. I'm like a couple seconds behind.
That's kind of funny.
I don't know how far it is.
Oh yeah. Watch, it's coming up soon.
Shot a rocket.
Yeah, I think it's this one right here. Watch. Do you see that?
Oh, what?
Yeah, he lasered the rocket. That's insane. Cool. That's insane. The Infinite BTB Royales mode is what I meant by bad.
How many players?
Oh, dude.
We were thinking,
yeah,
if it's a BTB, like a 50v50, something crazy. 16 player max is old.
That's not gonna happen. No. And that's why I'm saying that when it comes to Forge, the tools that are in that have to support that in a way. It's just my mentality towards it, you know? So, all right, we'll call it at that. I do believe in a BTB experience mixed with Invasion and some Battle Royale, stuff in there. People are going to call it a Battle Royale, but I think they're going to try to. And by the way, don't forget about Invasion. They put a lot of time and effort into Invasion. A PvP PvE experience may be one of the modes that comes into Infinite. Invasion was a lot of fun, or not Invasion, sorry, Warzone was a lot of fun, but it was just not something that
developed.
Yeah, I don't know. Something was missing about it. But any final words, man? I appreciate you being on here. I think this was a good conversation.
I think that's it. We hit a lot, and yeah, it was really fun, and I appreciate you having me on here, and hopefully hit that 1K pretty soon. I just checked, we're at 984.
Yo, guys,
So
what is
close.
wrong with you, man? It's only been like what, 3 people that I've submitted. Yeah, all right. So what you need to do is you need to go to Danny GG. After this, I end the stream immediately. What I'm gonna do is, Danny, if you could just send me a link to your channel, I'm gonna put it in the description. Go to that, get the man to 1,000 subs, make his day, and let's just support the community. You know what I mean? Yeah, 984. And then another thing that I just want to say is, I love doing what I do here. For all of you guys that are in here, if you enjoy what he goes, I'm already subbed though. If you enjoy what I do with these streams and bringing community members on to talk to you guys and share ideas, as well as the Forge maps that take tens of hours to make, I have a Patreon, and I appreciate any support on Patreon. I actually am building a Halo Infinite BTB map in Halo Reach at the moment called Project Zeta, which is insane. It has Halo Infinite 3D modeled assets that are all custom made, like the VK78, the Sidekick. We have a lot of different elements actually that we saw in recent screenshots that were released by 343 that we 3D modeled, and that Spartan 0398 3D modeled and is importing into Reach, and this is going to be probably one of the biggest mods Halo Reach has ever seen. If you guys want to see the back end of that, the process of that, if you guys want to get screenshots that no one else is going to see, support me on Patreon. Check it out. It allows me to also prioritize more of what I'm doing here. I love it. I enjoy it. It's a great time. And yeah, I appreciate it. It would mean a lot. So you get a lot of value out of it as well, because you're going to see some things that are very Halo Infinite related that might give you some massive, massive insight. So check it out. And yeah, Danny, pleasure, man. We'll do it again sometime for sure.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.
Sub to the man. All right.
Sub to his Patreon, yo.
Yeah, and then sub to his channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we are going to, I got to double check, but I think we're going to have a conversation with Fletch, Ultimate Halo. So stick around, and I'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.